So it's my absolute pleasure to welcome Tina. Tina is the SVP at Ricoh. She handles corporate services, includes IT, legal, procurement, shared services.
Yeah.
My God, that's quite a portfolio. Ricoh is an iconic brand. It's been at the pioneer of innovation when we look at imaging and the electronics industry overall. And there is so much transformation that's happening in the industry today. What's your view on how the industry is evolving? And what's your thought on how Ricoh should be moving ahead?
I think evolution is a good way to describe this. So our evolution certainly focuses on our core strengths. So thinking about printing, thinking about imaging, thinking about sensing. I would say that both for Ricoh and for other companies as well, our core business, office printing business, is still strong. There's still plenty going on there, but we are looking to branch out, always leveraging those strengths. So consider printing, for example. We're looking at different applications of that technology and those skills that we have. So whether it's printing onto laminate flooring or printing onto wallpaper, a different style of manufacturing there, or whether it's looking at different opportunities, a completely different style of print, for example, additive manufacturing, better known as 3D printing. So we're looking at our strengths, we're looking at where we have expertise, and we're looking to apply that in a wider field than before. And you could say that, let's take sensing, for example. We are looking at using sensors to monitor the road infrastructure, to maintenance, considering that situation in relation to bridges as well. So it's really about applying our core strengths to different opportunities. And I think going back to the concept of sticking with your core strengths, a big part of Ricoh's evolution and our way forward is to always be guided by our founder's principles. Our founder, Mr. Ichimura, had a great sense of social responsibility, and he always reflected that yes, you should do good business, but also you should do business to create good. And in that, we include societal good. And you can see today I'm wearing a badge that represents Ricoh's commitment to the United Nations sponsored Sustainable Development Goals, which is a big part of our lives at Ricoh, and that's a focus for us and a guiding principle going forward.
Right. And so Tina, you actually touched upon a number of very interesting points, and the whole focus around Ricoh looking at innovation, change as being key drivers, and the fact that you are now moving across a diverse set of industries based on the core capabilities you have. I would assume being digital, looking at technology from a different lens is also becoming critical for your business. How important is the changing consumer? How important is the changing enterprise for you, and how are you embracing that change?
Well, you know, that's it's interesting. So there's two aspects of that, and that change. So one of our taglines is "Imagine Change," and often we say we don't have to imagine change; we experience it. We all experience it every day, both ourselves internally at Ricoh and also our customers. And a key focus for us is enabling our customers to have a digitized workplace, have a modern workplace that reflects who we are, who society is now. So interestingly, in my role, having a remit in IT, it's a huge challenge, isn't it? There's so much enabling technology out there. So as an IT team internally, we need to choose what technology is going to enable our people and live it. And the great thing for us is that we embrace that. So whether it's embracing the amazing possibilities that are actually given to us by even basic products like Office 365, we embrace those and we look to empower our people to connect and collaborate as they need to. So that's kind of an IT infrastructure part of what we do. But also internally, we try to make sure that our own people, our employees, have the opportunity to engage with some great Ricoh innovations. So our officers are enabled with Ricoh interactive whiteboards, with our unified communication system, with smart lockers, which is something that Ricoh installs, something slightly different. And the great thing there is that we have our own people engaging with those enabling technologies that we are then able to assist our customers with, talk to them about, and live that that sort of transformation. So it's very interesting. I try not to separate the concept of how are we transforming, how are we enabling, how are we digitizing from an internal and an external perspective, because I think they go hand in hand. We're living the journey that our customers are also living, and that's helpful to both of us, I think.
So Tina, you raised a very interesting perspective. So as Reforming itself, you're coming up with new innovative products. You're also becoming an owner of some phenomenal data that can make a huge impact to your workplace, to your client's workplace, and a potential to offer new services. How critically are you looking at data now as an asset for your organization?
Yeah, most definitely, and it's if you think, even on a most basic level, if you consider, information is our business, it's everybody's business. And we recently ran a project internally where we looked at our information storage and retrieval, our ability to retrieve data when we wanted it, etc. And I think it's fair to say, like most organizations, we are evolving. So the data that we have that is structured is well structured, and we're taking leaps and bounds there in terms of looking to use artificial intelligence, or even on a more basic level, automation, to help us to extract information from that data. What can it tell us? But like most organizations, we are still evolving when it comes to the question of unstructured data. So I think data is a huge challenge for all organizations now, but there's an enormous amount of power in there as well. And certainly from our perspective as Ricoh, we moved in the office space, we moved from, we can actually be part of that document lifecycle and document workflow, and we're increasingly looking to leverage that kind of power for our customers as well. But yes, the question of data is a really big one, and we continue to look at ways to utilize that, and again use it as an enabler for our business to help us get insight.
And actually potentially also extends the value chain of services you would be providing, and it could be with an ecosystem of partners or enhanced services that you continue to perform. But I would look at this as not just new areas, but also both a vertical upstream, downstream integration of business within the workplace. The other thing which I find quite interesting for Ricoh, your whole tagline, Imagine Change, it's core to your business, and yet as an element which you are extremely passionate about. In fact, your CEO is extremely passionate about is sustainability. And it just seems that Ricoh is walking the talk. They really believe in that as a concept, having set clear goals on how they want to approach that, by reimagining, by changing the landscape of how business is operated. Can you shed some light in terms of what Ricoh is doing in terms of sustainability? What sort of goals have they laid out? And how important is it for you as an individual within Ricoh Europe?
I think on an individual level, I think it's incredibly important that we do spend time in our business at a person level, asking people. For example, June is Sustainability Awareness Month for us. And within that month, there are all sorts of activities happen. So we invite people to make pledges. So the pledges might relate to environmental action. So for example, I pledged during the month of June not to use single-use plastic, or to reduce my usage of that as much as I could. I also pledged for a week in June to alter my diet to a more sustainable diet that's more plant-based and less sort of meat-based, etc. So we ask people to make it personal. At a bigger Ricoh level, we have a pledge in relation to carbon neutrality by 2050, and we also have another initiative called RE100, which aims to ensure that over a period of time, the office locations that we use all use renewable energy to power them, and utilize energy that's cleaner for the environment.
Shifting gears, Tina, you've had an accomplished career. You've spent 12 years with Ricoh across a variety of business functions, IT, shared services, legal, procurement. What's your advice to women who are looking at a career in engineering? What would be your advice to all the young women who are hopefully wanting to follow your footsteps?
Yeah. So I can't comment too much on engineering itself, but what I would say to anybody embarking on their career is choose courage over comfort. Trust in yourself. Imagine what you can do, and give things a try. Don't be afraid of failure. Preferably surround yourself with people who can give you good advice, who will be sympathetic to both your success and your challenges in your work life. So get the support you need and try things. Be brave, be bold.
And in your career, have you seen any changes in the way women are participating in the industry, or the way the environment around them is allowing them to become more relevant and becoming more impactful?
Yeah, no, I've certainly seen changes. When I started work, which is an embarrassingly long time ago, I turned up to work on my first day in a trouser suit, and I found that I was a trainee lawyer at the time, and I found that I was not allowed into the courtroom wearing trousers. I had to wear different clothes, and fortunately that kind of thing has changed, which is great. But maybe more importantly and more relevantly to women and to everybody, young people in the workplace today, I think one brilliant change that we are seeing is a shift in leadership styles, which is much more inclusive, which if I dare to say it, I would say the type of leadership styles that we see going forward are less dictatorial, are more collaborative, and it's a bold statement that I will make, that I think that type of leadership can lend itself to female characteristics, potentially even more than male characteristics. So certainly one thing I would say to the women embarking on their careers out there is think in terms of leadership. Whatever your field is, think in terms of leadership, because you may have something to offer. People need to connect emotionally and intelligently with the people who lead them. And I think that all types of people, and including women, have a role to play in that new leadership shift that we're seeing.
That's very inspiring, and I think it's very true. We're seeing within Infosys as well, the women, a large number of women joining the workforce and playing very key roles. So I completely agree with what you just said.
Well, I must say, sorry, I was very inspired to join one of your International Women's Day events at Infosys, and I was absolutely, I was inspired by the energy that I saw in that room, not only from the women, by the way, but from the whole workforce. And I think that is the power of having a diverse and inclusive workforce. It's good for everybody. Not just for women or anybody else for that matter. And I was really inspired by that. So congratulations to Infosys on that.
Oh, thank you so much, and we loved having you with us that day. Coming to another very important milestone, we are also completing a decade of partnership together. And it just seems just a short while ago where we started our first program together, and we're doing so many interesting projects. And it's been a phenomenal journey from an Infosys perspective. What's your reflection on our partnership, our relationship, and where do you see it moving to next?
Yeah, well, 2009 to 2019, those have been transformational years for Ricoh, and I have to say that I'm blown away by the level of partnership, and partnership is the word. It's often used, maybe it's used casually, but that's exactly what it has been with Infosys. We made a conscious choice to stay together and really stick together through thick and thin, and there've been some moments for sure. You know who your partners are when you're challenged. The projects that we've done together have been immensely technically challenging, immensely business disruptingly challenging. And in those moments, you need to stand shoulder to shoulder with people that you trust, with people who will be there for you in the good times and the bad times. And to see all the people who have been with us through this journey, not just Ricoh people, but Infosys people who've been there for the full 10 years, who are as passionate about our business as we are about our own business, is really inspiring. And it makes me feel incredibly confident and incredibly excited about, what will we see from 2019 to 2029. One thing that's for sure, Ambi, is that whatever we predict, but I feel very confident that we can kind of face that future together.
So as I reflect upon our taglines of Imagine Change and Infosys's focus on Navigate the Next, I think they blend in beautifully as Ricoh is looking at what to do next and how to drive change in the environment, in the society, and how with Infosys having a decade of experience of working with you, how we can help you navigate the next. And I really think this is a great opportunity for us to continue to do a lot of things, a lot of innovative things together.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Ambi, and I think that to have the courage to do that and to have the confidence to do that together, building on that relationship and that knowledge that has been built up over 10 years is incredibly important. We know how volatile the world is. We know how crazy challenges can come up, and I think that concept of navigation and you being that partner to navigate for us into unknown waters as we move through change, I think they blend perfectly, and I'm very much look forward to the next 10 years and beyond.
Same here. Tina, thank you so much for being with us here today. It's
My
a pleasure for us to host you here in Pune. And as you said, we really look forward to the next 10 years together. Thank you.
Thanks very much.